This show is supported by you. Stick around till the ad break to hear more about that. This is Cup of Go for June 10th, 2026. Keep up to date with the important happenings in the Go community in about 20 minutes per week. I'm Shai Nechmad.
And I'm Jonathan Hall.
And we're coming to you live, physically in the same space for the first time
ever.
And I'm going to prove it. I'm running away from my mic and I'm speaking into Jonathan's. And I'm back live from ElevateDev 2026.
Yeah. What is ElevateDev 2026?
It's a conference we were invited to speak because of the podcast, which is crazy. We really appreciate it. From a company called Genetech. We will have an interview with a Genetech employee coming to you soon. But let's start with some news.
All right. Should
we keep old stuff around?
Yes. Done. What's next? So the proposal we're discussing is number 79-453. The proposal was to drop GCC Go. What do you think about that, Shai?
So I know GCC is like a compiler, and I know I like Go, but it's probably not the Go compiler. So I don't understand what it is even. I don't know. I don't think I've used it.
Probably not.
So what is it?
GCC Go. You may remember we probably talked very briefly about this on the episode with Ian Lance Taylor because he wrote GCC Go.
Sure, I've been on the Go team since 2008, actually, before the first public release. As we all know, Go was started by Rob, Ken, and Robert in 2007 as an internal project at Google.
So Ian Lance Taylor wrote GCC Go, and I think its primary purpose was to be the other implementation of Go. And the value there is having two implementations of the same spec gives you sort of the ability to try things out different ways, see, does this thing make sense in two different ways? And as this issue actually is talked about, there have been times when the spec and Go disagreed with each other. And so they would refer to GCC Go as sort of the tiebreaker to see which is correct. The problem is that GCC Go hasn't been updated for quite a while. GCC is continually updated, of course. It compiles many different languages, not least of which is C.
Yes, of course.
But it compiles other languages too. So this is the Go, backend to GCC. It's been stuck since generics were introduced. So it's still on Go 1.17.
That's quite a while ago. We're on 26, coming on 27. So that's 5 years. Easy to calculate.
5 years behind. Yeah. So the question here was, this hasn't been used for quite a while. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I said it was the back end. It's the front end. It's the Go front end.
Well, it depends how you look at it.
But sure. If you're standing behind it, then it's the front end. If you're standing in front, it's the back, whatever. The point is, this is the Go support for GCC. It's well outdated. The proposal was to drop support for it, sort of make it official that we're not doing anything with it. And there were a couple reasons. There were a couple things, not big things, but a couple things that are being maintained to support GCC Go. The question
in the language, you mean?
In the language, let me see here.
All right. It's not free to keep it around, is what you're saying.
It's not free, right. The conclusion was it's still useful to keep GCC Go around for the tiebreaker, if nothing else, a reason that occasionally comes up. And also Ian Lance Taylor himself says that there is a chance that it will catch up again, and he hopes they'll have time to work on it.
I hope so too, Ian. One of the things having GCC Go helps you with is the fact that you can compile Go to relatively more exotic architectures. Is there any chance I used it and I don't know, or will it have to be old hardware, whatever?
I don't know if it has to be old, but it's going to be less well supported hardware. Or I shouldn't say less supported, but
less ubiquitous,
less common. Yeah, less ubiquitous hardware, because the GCC backend supports all sorts of architectures that the Go project itself doesn't want to maintain. So old versions of Mac OS might be an example.
Or maybe embedded stuff, or is that not the right?
So to some extent, although for a lot of embedded stuff, you're going to want to use TinyGo.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And this is a sort of a weird proposal because it's negative. I would expect it to be proposal, keep GCC Go, and then it's accepted. But this is actually drops GCC Go, closes not planned, which, the Go proposal process has a thing where you shouldn't reopen issues unless there's been major change. But I don't know. They should have put a time on it where if in 3 years we still haven't upgraded it, maybe we need to reopen this again. I'll just put a reminder to reopen this in 3 years or whatever. We're at episode, what, like 200 almost? Something like that?
This will be episode 161.
Okay, so episode 320 and 2, something like that.
Very good.
Cool. I have a question for you.
Ask me.
Do you use AI coding agents?
I do.
You actually have a podcast coming up about that, right?
Yes, I've recorded 3 episodes. I haven't released them yet. I need to get them edited. Filippo, I'll be reaching out to you soon.
But don't edit this part out. So which AI agents are you using?
I use Claude Code and I use Open Code.
So I use Claude Code, Codex.
Okay.
I used another one for a little while. Don't remember which one. I think the cursor one. And today I'm starting out with AMP as well because someone recommended it to me. AMP. Yeah, we had Thorsten on the show, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for having me. My name's Thorsten. I am software engineer, occasional writer. I've been writing Go since 1.0 came out in 2011 or 12, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's by something he's working on, which is pretty cool. Anyway, how do you keep Open Code and Claude, and in my case, Codex and others, in sync with like AI agent specific configuration? Because Claude has Claude MD, but Open Code may have like .open code.
Open Code supports Claude MD and agents.md.
Mm-hmm.
I think it starts with agents and falls back to Claude if it doesn't exist. But what's the question? How do I keep it in sync?
Yeah, like skills, MCP servers that are installed and configured. And, there is harness specific work, like skills that doesn't look the same. Like Claude skills are at .claude. And Codex skills are like, I think in .agents or .codex. And the config of like, even like what's the token backend and API key that you use and stuff like that. In case you, like in my case, you actually get your tokens from Azure Foundry and not directly from the providers and stuff like that. How do you keep that in sync?
Just manually.
So that's a pain. And if you search for it, a lot of people are saying this. It kind of sucks. Like if you have Claude Code, Cursor, Codex, GitHub Copilot. Of course, I forgot about it. You just got to keep your skills, MCP servers, repositories all in one place. We did it manually, and we're doing it manually right now. But I'm very excited about this tool that made it the rounds on Reddit that's written in Go, of course, which is why we're talking about. I don't know how to pronounce it. GAAL. Gal. It's like a woman Southern accent, right? Gal.
Yeah.
But yeah, GAAL. Supposedly you have one YAML file because that's everybody's favorite format. And it has
such good support in the standard library.
Don't even get me started. And it helps you like keep everything in sync. So you put one YAML file and then you run this tool and it'll make sure all the AI tools are in sync. What do you think about that?
It sounds like a good idea.
I think it's stupid.
Okay.
It's stupid that we need this tool. The tool exists because it solves a pain, but the pain is so stupid. Like these companies cannot agree on one name for the folder, maybe like .agent, and then they have infinite tokens and they can develop infinite features, but they can't do this one because they're trying to stay like closed garden, walled garden, whatever. It's so stupid. Like, why can't we sync all? And there is differences. The Claude backend and OpenAI backend, they don't exactly support the same features.
Right.
That's fair. But like skills, it's a bunch of MD files. Why can't we put them in the same folder? That's crazy. I think there is a good reason. Like they're trying to do a walled garden. Like they think people will be too lazy to move .claude to .agents. Are they really? You think people will stay on Claude just because the folder's there? So it's a stupid problem, but with a pretty nice solution. So check it out, GAAL. I'll try it and I'll let you know if it's actually good.
Yeah, let me know how it goes. Next up, a quick thing I just noticed dropped earlier today, new releases of VS Code Go.
Ooh,
so use
nice.
VS Code version 0.54 and the 0.55, which is identical, are released. 5.5 being the upcoming pre-release and 5.4 being the stable release. Add support for interactive refactorings. So certain refactorings will ask for user input before proceeding. A couple other features, new debugger options in the menu, and a package outline view.
Ooh, nice.
So a couple cool.
Wait, what does interactive code actions, like I'm asking to implement an interface, it says?
Yeah,
what does that require? something from me. Someone asked me about this today. Oh, if you have a class and you needed to implement an interface in my session at ElevateDev, which we're at. Anyway, why would you need a user input for that?
Okay, so the basic idea is that some refactorings require user input. It's not as simple as right-click. Like for example, right-click extract function is pretty straightforward. Like there's only one thing to do. You extract the function. It gives it a generic name, but you can change the name later. This is things that require some input, so it's not as simple as like right-click and do the thing. So it needs some interactive input from the user. The example is, so it says, unlike standard actions, which can be applied immediately, these operations prompt the user for one or more additional pieces of information before proceeding.
I'm surprised that hasn't been there already, but I guess when I refactor a thing, it moves it to a name like Funk1 and then I rename it. It's not like additional input. It felt to me like this feature existed.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Well, cool.
So if you ever need to use VS Code again instead of Claude or Codex,
my editor of choice now is Zed. It's so fast. I can't with VS Code. It's like Electron. It's too slow. I get like the typing delay. I like type a character and then it doesn't show up in time. And I'm like, crowd agrees with me, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to shit on VS Code. Maybe there's some people. All right. Last item of this news segment, I think, is going to be about this accepted proposal 77273, generic methods in Go. We talked about this in the past. So what do we have to update on?
Yeah, so generic methods in Go, just as a reminder, we had generic functions for a long time, but no methods. Now we have generic methods, or I shouldn't say we now have them. They have been implemented. They will be released in 1.27 coming in August. So we will have them soon. What's new? What's new is now Go sucks.
Yeah, we saw. Yeah, there are other influential people in the Go world, except Jonathan and I. Specifically, there's a person on YouTube, Primogen. I hope I'm saying that name correctly. Like a super, super famous influencer type of person. I watch his videos every now and then. Not exactly my cup of tea, but really cool. A lot of development type stuff. And he posted, I'm done with Go. And I was like, oh my God, what did I miss? Because we cover all the important news that's happening in Go. And it was like, how is it possible that something happened? Because he was like on record saying, oh, Go is awesome. I love Go. It's like my favorite language. Apparently, because we have generic methods now, we technically can implement slightly more complex code bases that use like method chaining and Rust-like error handling. Because I can define a result type and define a generic method unwrap on top of it. So far, everything I said is true because I just said I can do these things. The crux of the video is like now every code base is going to be like this, and therefore Go is like declining and it sucks and whatever. I have my response to it, but you had a really poignant point to say that this is not a valid worry. So first of all, if Primogen is listening, hey, come on the show, man. But come argue your point. We're like arguing against you, but you're not here. That's not that fair. But what do you think?
So I had the same fear about generics, which was, what did we establish 5 years ago?
Yeah, 4.5.
So my concern with generics was that everybody's going to start using generics and it's going to be terrible. And I have seen a few libraries that use generics too much. In general, generics are useful, but they're easy to overuse if you want to. But I haven't seen that become a problem. So I think...
And you see a lot of Go code bases. You're like a freelance Go. It's not like this is based on one company. No. You've worked with many clients over
the last 5 years. I've seen a large number of code bases, open source and closed source alike. And I haven't seen my fears come true at all. So I don't think these fears are founded. If they are well-founded, we'll find out soon.
Yeah.
But I don't think that this is going to I don't think the predictions are going to come true.
I agree. I also think that if I'm just a developer, like a guy, I don't have a following, I don't have a show, I don't have a whatever, I can make these choices based on these predictions. But here it's like almost insider information on Polymarket, the guy who ran into the NBA field, like a court in the finals, and then turns out he bet on himself in Polymarket that someone is going to break into the court. Like when someone with as influential as Primogen, it has like hundreds of thousands of views per episode, says per video, has a statement that Go is bad because of X, even if I can say that X I don't think is true and has been demonstrably false about generics in the past, it sort of creates this effect that it might become true just because someone famous enough said it. In your country, I think it's called the Trump effect, right? He can say something that's obviously false, completely wrong, just not true, but he said it. So the effects of the thing, as if it was true, they happen in the real world. So I don't know. I don't super love this justification. I agree with you that it's not very true. I think if you'll see someone do it, like it's a valid code review to say, hey, this is not idiomatic Go. Like error handling in Go, you can point to the 2025 blog post, oh no syntactic error handling in Go, which we talked about on the show, where they said we're explicitly not going to do any other type of error handling in Go. Even if we can, we're not going to introduce another way to do a thing, because Go is not about doing the same thing two different ways. So you have like a sort of an official Go guideline on don't do that. Like don't do the thing you posted in the video.
Yeah, and I think there are many other examples of things we can do in Go that we don't. Not just generics, not just this.
Yeah, people try to keep it pretty simple, I guess. That's why you picked this language. He didn't recommend towards the end a language I haven't even heard of, Odin. I think I heard of it in the context of game development, just like a few freelance game developers I follow. So if you are also done with Go because 127 is going to ruin all the code bases immediately, I guess that's the alternative. I've never heard of it in a production sense, but maybe it's great and I'm just missing the boat. That's always possible. As always, we have more stuff in our backlog, but I think that's 20 minutes or 20 minutes-ish. Stick around because after the ad break, we have an interview with a Genetec employee. Louis, stick around. As I mentioned at the top of the show, this show is supported by you. A way to support the show would be financially. Just give us money. That's always nice. You can do so via Patreon. You can find the Patreon link on cupago.dev. That is cupago.dev, where you can find stickers and hoodies and the extremely unfortunate shirts that Jonathan and I bought, designed and bought specifically for this conference. And you know what? You know who's never going to sponsor this show? Fuck FedEx. Filippo, bleep that out. That told me your shipment's going to be here by Monday. Don't worry, bro. Your driver's on his way. He's coming right now. He's so excited. And then just calling me like, psych, we're going to come tomorrow instead. And then the distribution center is 7 minutes from my house and they didn't let me drive there. Anyway, we don't know if the shirts are good yet. We'll let you know next week. But you can find all of that at cupago.dev. Other ways to support the show include sharing it. We don't pay to advertise. This show is only grown through word of mouth. So leave a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast, or just share this show with a friend or a coworker or your mom or a co-student or whatever. 100%. Any other...
No, I'm hungry, and I hear the crowd outside eating food. I want to go. Let's finish this up.
All right, let's go to the interview then. All right, we're here in the Genetec conference, ElevateDev 26. I guess we'll just grab someone random. Hey, who are you?
I'm somebody random.
Hey, somebody random. It's great to have you on the show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Hi, Louis. I want you to introduce yourself to our listeners.
Yeah, my name is Louis Cerona. I'm working in the R&D department here at Genetec. I've been an employee at Genetec for about 10 years. And starting maybe back in 2024, I was given a team with the explicit objective of exploring opportunities in developing our code bases in Go going forward.
Cool. What is Genetec? We said this name like a million times, but if you can tell the listeners who maybe aren't into physical security.
Sure. Genetec
I assume actually our listeners being software developers, that many of them are actually into physical insecurity.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'll butcher this definition for the my coworkers and colleagues that are going to listen, but I'll do my best. Genetec is a Montreal-based company that handles physical security for kind of making sure that our customers have kind of a one-stop shop for a variety of security solutions. So we're talking access control, video surveillance, intrusion, license plate recognition, and etc.
Yeah, we saw some demos at the conference this morning with big like companies like Lowe's and whatever. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, I attended that one as well. I missed an earlier one with Home Depot that I heard a lot of great things about. So I'll probably try and check a recording of that if it's available.
Cool. The videos he shared were really, some of them were really funny. Just guys showing up with a huge white box truck, trying to load some equipment from the store. And then your system's detecting it. And then like local PD swooping in and they're like, oh, I can't believe it. I came to a store that has cameras and they caught me. How is that possible?
Yeah, it looks straight out of a Bad Boys 2 movie. It's great. I mean, it's funny because we had other talks throughout the weekend. One of which was our product lifecycle history, and part of that is to make those fake videos. So we have kind of actors that do like fake shootouts and fake stealing. So if you, we were told if you see someone walking around the hallways, kind of just leaving a knapsack, don't grab it. They're probably filming something for PR reasons.
So now I know how to steal something from Genetech.
Yeah,
I just need to look like an actor.
just keep your lapel mic. Just keep your lapel mic on. You're like, no, I'm filming, guys.
Yeah, it's like the walk. As long as you're carrying a ladder, anybody will let you in.
Exactly. So this is actually, y'all inviting us to the conference has been great already. Super good conference. I honestly can say I recommend working at Genetech. We'll get to that later, but it looks like an awesome place. Also spoke to your CEO and he seems like a nice guy. I guess that's a good signal as well. But this is also perfect for one of our listeners, Tom Vandenberg. I hope I'm saying that name correctly. Who recently asked on our Slack channel, I think Go is great. I'm convinced. I like it. And I'm trying to figure out strategies or tips on how to get my company to migrate to Go. Because any change obviously is difficult. People are resistant to change. Generally, they don't like it. And changing a programming language is for some people an identity crisis. Like, what do you mean? Of course, I'm a Python developer. That's my job. Or insert any other language, you know what I mean? And you said that since 24, you started exploring Go for Genetech. How's that been? How's that working?
Yeah, so it's funny you say that a person's programming language kind of comes off as an identity, and being told to change that is a panic, because that's exactly how my colleague and I felt when we were given this team. We were kind of our reputation is built on our ability to write .NET C#, and then we were told, nope, you're doing Golang now, good luck, and we kind of panicked internally. And I was told
you're getting it already, because that's how you do errors in there. You panic. You don't. Yeah, exactly. You didn't throw an exception.
Panic. Yeah, we were in Maine, so panic was fine. It was before the Christmas break rather. So I immediately bought a 40-hour Pluralsight course. It was like learn Go, and of those 40 hours, maybe 2 of it was relevant, because I realized that 38 was just kind of fluff that was common to any programming language, and that 2-hour chunk was what was specific. And my colleague and I realized, the ramp up on Go is actually negligible. And this is not to say that Go is an easy language to learn by far, but instead that it's a simple language to pick up, which immediately became kind of our talking point. I've tried to do a lot of talks internally here at Genetech, and that's a point I keep bringing up, is that to get from I don't know what Go is to productive has not taken longer than a week for any of the devs I've worked with, and we're talking about senior devs and devs straight out of university.
So that you're saying this is an attractive quality of Go, like you can get pretty proficient at it pretty quick. So if you're trying to like migrate a company off one tech stack onto Go, rather, I should say, that's been working for you. Saying the ramp up is pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, it helps kind of taper the fear that comes, because there's a natural resistance to change that everybody has, and this kind of helped temper the fears that people were having. They're like, just spend a week, look at it, see if you like it. And the more we've used it, the more we've understood the methodology of Go and the mentality shift that comes with it, which is like minimalist, like you do simple stuff explicitly, verbosely, you look at code, you can read it. Strategies beyond that have been, the Elevate. The Elevate has Go branding everywhere, but at Genetech, we're kind of open to doing a lot of internal talks and projects and hackathons internally. So that's how we've kind of gone about spreading the word of Go, so to speak. So I've done a few tech talks. We've also tried to develop templates so people can spin up, a REST API in Go pretty seamlessly, and it has like all
component templates and project templates. You mean
exactly? Yeah.
So you're not kidding about the branding, by the way. Jonathan and I, we just shared a photo of us from the conference floor next to like a huge ass gopher statue. It's like as big as me.
I'm really wondering what they're going to do with it. My director.
I'm taking it. I hope Air Canada is going to let me take it as a carry-on.
I go for it. Yeah, our director said the same thing about some of the stuff hanging in the atrium. Forgot what I was saying. So the branding here. So it was kind of amazing for my team and I to see all this branding because we were not the only team that was doing Go development. We were just the team that was told explicitly, do Go, tell us if it's good or bad, spread the word, convince us. And our CEO was very invested too because he...
So I'm curious why you were tasked with learning Go. I guess two questions related. Why the interest at the corporate level or whatever to start doing Go, and why did you get looped into this? Was it your choice, or was it a mandate or voluntold?
Voluntold is great.
Right. So I'll start with the easier of the two to answer and move on to the more difficult one. Why me specifically? It was really just the right place at the right time. We were in a transitionary period going through a minor restructuring in our department, and I was tasked with starting a new team with the objective to rewrite some of our kind of on-prem design features to be cloud native.
Okay.
So they saw that as they're writing a bunch of stuff from scratch and it's going to be on a cloud distributed platform that might be a good opportunity for Go. Start there. That's about how that went. Sure. Not because I had expressed previous knowledge of Go or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But we did grab a senior dev that did have professional knowledge and experience working in Go, and he's been a really big help. Shout out to Carl, because I know he's a listener of this podcast, so I feel like I need to give him a shout out. So he told me about you guys this morning at breakfast because we were sharing which talks we were going to attend, and he said, "Yeah, these two guys, they do a podcast. I listen to it every week." I'm like, "Oh, cool!" And then 1.5 hours later, the director from our committee messaged me and said, "Hey, I have a question from you. And can you want to record a podcast tonight?" I'm like, "Oh,
that rate sounds like you're hosting the show next week, and you're deciding the Go committee a week after that, and you're officially the compiler next month. So be ready."
I've been the front man. I've been the guy doing the talks and doing the self-deprecating jokes. To get back to your question, the second question being why Go? Why are we exploring Go? It's definitely a multi-layered question. I'll answer it to the best of my abilities. Firstly, we wanted to see what we can do without the Microsoft tech stack. Mm-hmm. We wanted to see how difficult it would be to transition away from that because we're pretty heavily coupled with the Microsoft tech stack right now. Secondly, with, like I said, moving to a cloud distributed platform, we wanted to see if there was more efficiency and less overhead and doing stuff in Go. Specifically, I could talk about an experience where we saw an opportunity immediately to switch to Go, and we're going with. I work in the access control department, and got to be careful what I say and make this as vague as possible. We have an appliance to which we developed the firmware of in this company. It is older than my time here at Genetec, and as such, it wasn't really designed with the cloud in mind. And so over the years, we've tacked on the cloud to that appliance. And we reached the situation.
I just want to clarify because I think a lot of our listeners are not like physical. They're like just software developers. Appliance, you mean a physical thing in the world?
A physical box. Yes. So we're talking about an edge device. Thanks.
I'll share for Tom. This episode is only for Tom. If you're not Tom Vanderberg, you could turn it off. But what you just said that happens is like, oh wait, Go. I brought it for this thing, but it's actually useful for this. If it hasn't happened already, what's going to happen is that internal CLIs are going to start be written in Go because it's so easy to like install them, like brew installer from your local like brew tap or wherever. It's just a binary that just works, and you never send the CLI to someone and it doesn't work on their computer because they don't have this right Python version or .NET framework or whatever, or it doesn't work on their machine at all because they use a Mac and whatever. You know what I mean? It's just a binary that works. It sort of spreads around, like all the good stuff about it sort of spreads around because people find out, oh, well, a lot of people write CLIs in Go. And I have this, my team has this REST API. I don't want people to experiment with it. Let me ship it as a Go binary instead or whatever. So I think what you said about this, like it's useful for one thing. They're bringing it on for one thing, but it turns out it's useful for another is one of these things that, the team should hunt for if they're looking to increase adoption. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like other places where, hey, maybe try this and go. Like invest one extra day. We'll get you some pizzas. Let's do a hackathon. And
with the LLM models, Go is pretty conducive to that. There's very, Go is a language where I guess you guys repeat this on other podcasts, but I guess I'll say it for the record. There's only really one way to do something in Go, and using AI to kind of just vibe code stuff in Go is a lot simpler than in other languages sometimes.
Yeah, we talked about, what's his name? The Terraform guy.
Yoshimoto?
Yeah, Mitchell Hashimoto. Jonathan's been looking at me. When we do the show not live, you don't have that, your eye roll doesn't have that much power. He said that he just got back into Go from Zig, and he was like, "Oh my God, Go is so fun with LLMs. They have GoPliz and GoDoc on the command line, and such like superpowers. It's really great." So the company's interested because of various reasons. Multi-layered answer. There's a lot of places to implement it in, and you were chosen because you were just the open taxi at the time. It's like finding near programmers near you in Uber, and you're like, I guess I'm free. What's been tough? What's been difficult in this implementation journey? What hasn't gone, as well as? Did you find some people who totally resist and are like, but I like .NET, or no, Go is a bad fit, or Go is a bad language, or was it just this is a large organization, it takes time for knowledge to trickle through, or like what was, or was there any technical problems that Go wasn't good enough for?
Yeah, a short answer, all of the above. Difficulties on a personal programmer level was not the syntax, which is what we thought it was going to be. It wasn't, lower spec devices. But not to say we ever shipped broken software, because that never happens. But we had to quickly find some optimizations. And this seemed like the ideal language to tackle those problems on the edge device. So it's not only for our cloud services, also, shipping firmware on the edge device, because it's just less overhead and really minimalistic to ship and easy to build.
Hey, Future Shy here. Sorry for the next part. We had some technical difficulties with the audio. So you're going to hear Louis' answer just out of the background noise of my microphone. We tried our best to make it sound good, but that's how we got it. So sorry about that. Please continue to enjoy the rest of the interview.
So thanks a lot for coming on the show. This is a good chance for you to plug your Twitter, or your LinkedIn, or Genetec itself. Are Genetec hiring?
Yeah, Genetec is always hiring. We were one of those companies where AI was kind of booming. A lot of companies were hiring. As few were hiring more. So if you're interested, we have multiple offices, and mainly our head office is in the Montreal office. But if you are curious, go to genetec.com. That's GDNETC, because there are kind of a lot of variations in that spelling around this area, so you have to be careful. But I'm sure it'll be.
Yeah, link in the show notes. And honestly, being at the conference, I recommend it. I've never worked for Genetec, but this seems like a cool ass place to work, man. Especially as a software developer. Like, this conference is one of the best conferences I've been to, not corporate conferences. Conference, period. This has been great. We have a stumper question we ask every interviewee. We changed it every year. I never remember what it was in the first years. But now it's, what's your favorite Go library? So not standard library. You're not allowed to say slog. I know it's slog, but
yeah, I can see why that's a stumper. Yeah, a couple good answers, but most of the setting up of the packages for other people. I know this is going to be a controversial answer, because I heard about Jonathan Wolf's talk regarding testing bill. So we're going to testify, so I feel like that's a de facto standard package right now. But this is only because the journey that my team took, where Adam Investigation chose a testing framework that was spinning around in the game code Omega. And immediately some of the other teams that were doing Go and Genetec pushed back, because they said it looked like spectral. I'm not doing that. Which, yeah, fair enough. And it very quickly became overly complicated and impossible to debug. And we realized that onboarding new team members, it took them longer to understand that in Go Omega test suite than the Go language, which we realized was kind of against the methodology of letting Go. So we switched to Testify.
That's one way to get Jonathan on your side. Well, Louis, thanks a lot for coming on the show. And thanks a lot, Genetec, for hosting us. That wraps it up for this week. We're sorry if this episode was a little bit all over the place. It is live. I guess that's program exited. Goodbye.